So I like retro achievements, like a lot. The site and community adding challenges to retro games gave me even more reason to play stuff that I love, and got me to play games that I never did growing up. I've gotten my fair share of badges, aka all of the achievements in a game, back in my day, so why not start making videos briefly looking over achievement sets? Gotta make use of the footage of me raging on stream somehow. Please note that this isn't a full guide, there's much better people out there for that, and I gotta get videos out quicker somehow. Plus, if you need help with a particular achievement, you could always look in the comments when you aren't seeing people complain about how hard it is. And what better game to start with than... oh no.
Bruh.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was released in 1987 by Nintendo. You control Little Mac, this random tiny boxer whose goal it is to rise through the ranks and become the WVBA boxing champ of the world. To do that, you must beat all of the boxers in your path, one knockdown at a time. If you're unfamiliar with this game, you must punch, dodge, and knock down your opponent until you win. Simple enough. But unluckily for you, your opponent punches back. You start out with wimpy Glass Joe, but eventually you work your way up to demons such as Bald Bull, Super Macho Man, and eventually Tyson himself to beat the game. This game has haunted me throughout my childhood. Over the years, I've never been able to beat Mike Tyson. Hell, for a while, I haven't been able to beat Mr. Sandman. And you expect me to get all the achievements for this game? Well, I did, eventually. It took some doing, but I got it done. Is it hard? Yes, but it's Punch-Out. It's a game of memory and getting beat up only to come back stronger. But is the achievement set hard? Well, let's get into it. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out RA set is only 28 Chivos, which you see that and go, hey, this looks simple enough. Then you see the bonkers retro points and how many people have actually bashed it, and immediately wonder how much torture goes into it. And actually, there's not much torture. The set is pretty straightforward, with almost all of the achievements being progressive based. The difficulty lies in the game itself, with most of the upper tier boxers requiring precise pattern recognition. First things first, I should clarify something. In each fight, you have two ways to defeat your opponent. You can KO them, meaning once you empty their health bar and they go down for the count, Mario here will count up to 10. Usually the boxer will make slight movements then get up, but sometimes when you punish them enough or hit them at a precise precious moment, they'll stay down, giving you the win. Most of the time, however, they'll just tease you by getting up at 9. The other way to beat your opponent is to TKO them. The only way to TKO your opponent is to knock them down 3 times in one round, which leads to the ref giving them mercy and giving you the win. Why am I going into such mundane mechanics? Well, 25 of the 28 achievements require you to both KO and TKO each boxer you face. Now, you may see that number there and compare it to the 14 fights you have to do and get confused. Shouldn't it be 28 Chivos for this? Well, King Hippo cannot be TKO'd, since once you knock him down once, he stays down for good. And Great Tiger in the first Bald Bull fight don't do KO jobs, brother. You must TKO them in order to win. The only other Chivos for this set are these 3. Since these are relatively easy, I'll go into them first. Help Doc is a simple 1-point Chivo, which requires you to gain health in between rounds. This is done simply by pressing select while your trainer Doc is giving you his corner speech. The amount given is random, but it doesn't matter as far as this achievement is concerned, though it is helpful to know when going through the rest of the fights. The next achievement is, and the winner is, which requires you to win by split decision. The only way to win this one is to go through each of the 3 3-minute rounds without scoring a KO or TKO. Mario will come on screen and declare you or your opponent the winner, depending on the amount of points you have. This usually depends on the boxer, but since you can just as easily get this done against Glass Joe, you won't have much of trouble with it. The last of the Outlier achievements is One and Done, which requires you to knock your opponent down with a star uppercut after they get up from the count of 1. This is a little more difficult, as depending on the boxer to get up at 1 is random. You can bully the minor circuit for this one depending on your luck, but you could also try the second Piston Honda fight, where if you knock him down with a star punch in round 3, he's likely to get up at 1, where he can be immediately knocked back down. All of the remaining Chivos are KO and TKO related. Like I said before, I'm not going to go super in depth in each enemy's patterns and the best way to counter each punch or whatever. There's much better speedrun videos you can watch for that. But I do want to talk about how hard these achievements are. The TKO achievements are simple enough. Drain your opponent's health 3 times in one round. But then you have to worry about the 3-minute round timer. There's been so many times that I mollywopped Piston Honda and he gets saved by the bell. And once you leave the first round, the risk of your opponent staying down for the 10 count increases, which can lead to much frustration and controller throwing. Knockouts seem daunting, but once you realize you can knock your opponent down twice in each round till they stay down, you know exactly what you need to do. Much of the difficulty in this comes from avoiding knocking your opponent down a third time in a round, and avoiding their blows knocking you down. Passwords will help a lot when it comes to retrying fights, but having to do full circuits to get back to your opponent of choice will get annoying. Many of the later boxers will present major issues because of the complexity of their movements and remembering their patterns, but none more so than Iron Mike himself. But before that, let's go through the lineup. Glass Joe, 2 Chivos here, just alternate body and head blows and easy peasy. If you lose to him, I don't know what to tell you. Von Kaiser, 2 Chivos, same as Glass Joe, though he'll actually throw a good punch every now and again. Be sure to star punch him when he's stunned to see him cry. Piston Honda, 2 Chivos. Name of the game is dodge and counter. If he raises eyebrows, either punch him in the face or dodge and follow with blows. Yay, champ. Don Flamenco, 2 Chivos. Try to punch him, then avoid his uppercut and follow up with face shots. King Hippo, 1 Chivo this time. Avoid his punches and wait till he opens his mouth, then hit him in it. When his pants hit the ground, punch him in the tummy. Repeat until he's fallen and can't get up. Great Tiger, 1 Chivo. When his jewel blinks, hit him or avoid his jab. Then counter all of the remaining punches. If he does his little Magic Man routine, block until he gets dizzy, then knock him out. Bald Bull, 1 Chivo. Counter his shots, and if he dips backwards, time it so that you can jab him in his tum-tum right as he gets back to you, and he'll be out like a light. Yay, champ again. Piston Honda 2 Chivos. He's a lot faster, and he will follow up his initial jab with more this time around, but keep the same strategy as before. If you haven't gotten the one and done Chivo yet, highly advise doing it here. So to Popinski, 2 Chivos. Another game of dodge and counter, though his jabs and uppercuts will be hard to avoid. If you run out of hearts, he'll immediately follow up with predictable slow jabs. Bald Bull 2 Chivos. The gimmick for this fight is he won't go down other than from star uppercuts, and he'll give you opportunities to periodically hit him in the stomach for star points. Other than that, mostly the same strategy. Don Flamenco 2, what are you doing here? Anyway, 2 Chivos. He actually punches this time around, and they are quite painful, so avoid. Eventually he'll fall back on his previous strategy, though he will pick and choose his counters, so take advantage of that. Mr. Sandman, 2 Chivos. Anytime you hit him in the face other than the jabs, immediately follow with stomach blows, lest you want to counter to the face. When he pauses his shots, get ready for his rapid uppercuts coming your way. KOing Mr. Sandman can be a bitch, cause it's random if he will actually stay down or not, even on the 6th knockdown. Super Macho Man, 2 Chivos. The way he throws punches is weird, so get used to his timing. When he winds backwards, keep dodging from his Super Macho Man punch, and don't stop until he pauses because the amount of punches he throws is random. And there you go, you're almost done. 2 Chivos left, but these Chivos are with the absolute hardest challenge in the game, Mike Tyson. The hardest achievement in this set is Iron Mac, which is worth a hefty 100 points. The only requirement? KO Mike Tyson. Now I can lie and say this sounds easy enough, but I would be a liar who lies. Fighting Mike Tyson normally is a fool's errand. I'm not even talking about in the game. Try fighting Old Man Tyson and see how well you end up. But in this game, he's the absolute devil. Most people never get past the first round because for half of it, Mike can knock you down immediately with one punch. Then you have to scramble to fight him normally the rest of the fight with his erratic pattern. And we have to KO him? How in the hell does this work? Well, to put it simply, knock him down twice in each round and hope and pray he doesn't get up. It's actually random if Mike will get up in the 3rd round after you knock him down twice. So you can survive his relentless onslaught and manage to make him vulnerable just to not get the luck of the gods and he gets straight back up. However, there is an exception. If Little Mac has full health when you knock Tyson down the 2nd time in the 3rd round, he will actually stay down and you will get the achievement. Now, this may sound like insanity, but you don't have to stay completely hitless throughout the whole fight, though it's super badass if you do. You only need to have full health at the time of the knockdown. So if you use the heal between rounds or get knocked down right before he does tactic, you could possibly have full health at the time and be able to get this done. Please note that getting full health after being knocked down will only work twice, as after that, you will gradually start with lower and lower health. This same randomness, and if the boxer will stay down or not, is present in the Mr. Sandman fight as well, but at least Sandman is easier to fight. The most annoying thing will just be getting to the boxer you want to fight in the first place, since passwords will only get you to the beginning of the circuit you want to fight. The World Circuit especially will give you the most grief, where you have to fight through the same boxers over and over just to get to guys like Sandman and Super Macho Man without a password. And even with the password, you're still pretty much screwed. And if you lose, Then whoops, gotta go back and fight the same guys some more. These are minor complaints, as this retro achievement set is straightforward and not complicated to comprehend. I celebrated just TKOing Mike Tyson, and once I KO'd him, I threw a parade. Punch-Out is such a good game, and I recommend everyone play it at least once in their lives. It's simple to try, but hard to master. And speaking of mastering, I would only recommend badging this game if you're a hardcore fan of Punch-Out. The frustration will have you ranting and raving at a brick wall, but the satisfaction in completing it? Amazing. I was on a high after mastering this game, and you will as well. Hey, glad you stuck around for the whole video. If you like what you see, you should subscribe. You can follow me on RetroAchievements at Sleepyhead Dre. You can also watch me Chivo live at Sleepyhead Dre. Thank you, and have a good one.